Turning an album's cover art into a card? Hello everyone, my name is Brennan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make a card that's inspired by one of my favorite album's cover art, so let's get into the video. Okay, so the album cover that I'm going to be inspired by for this is an album called Such Pretty Forks in the Road by Alanis Morisette. Considering my audience, most of you have probably heard of Alanis Morisette at some point in time, probably her Jagged Little Pill album. This is her newest album from 2020. It performed horribly, so many of you probably will not have heard of it. I wouldn't be surprised if any of you have not heard of it. But it performed horribly, but I like it, and I think it has nice cover art. So what I'm going to plan on using, because it's like purplish sparklies, some solar paste in the color Royal Flush on some black cardstock, and then on the inside of this album cover, well, it's Alanis, but also there's some blue, some yellow, and some orangish red. So I'm maybe going to use some red or orange in the card too. So let's get started. I meant to pick out a stencil beforehand for this, but I did not. So I'm going to rummage through my stencil draw, which is very unorganized at the moment. We're going to flip through my binder together. Okay. I think this one could be nice. Ooh, wait. Actually, I'm leaning towards this one, but I'll keep flipping. Okay. I think that I'm gonna go with, where was it? This one. This is the, if I can get it out, Coral Reef stencil from Echo Park in their Sea Life collection. So there goes way out binder. And I don't feel like covering my Brutus Monroe stick and stamp mat, so we're just gonna use some pixie tape. I have like fuzzies on this. Let me, it'll be okay. So this is just some pixie tape. If you don't know what pixie tape is, it's like mint tape from scrapbook.com. It's just a very low tack tape that doesn't rip your paper. Okay. That looks good. I hope all that was in frame because I wasn't looking. Okay, now I just need a, I thought they were in here. Yeah. I was just grabbing my Simon Hurley, whatchamacallit, scraper tool. I have no idea currently where the little version of that is, so I'm just gonna use this palette knife. This probably won't be enough, so I will go back in. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more. Yep. Just trying to scoop that up. I'll clean it up fully later. What's your guys' favorite album? Put it in the comments below. I really like Alanis Morissette, and I collect vinyl. So if you couldn't tell I liked Alanis Morissette, you know, I've only worn the shirt in probably like 3 or 4 videos. But I also really like Fleetwood Mac, and I have way too many Fleetwood Mac records. In my record collection, I probably have, I don't know, a lot. And I am not editing this video down at all. Probably not. I mean, I might, but maybe I won't. We'll see. Okay, I have almost enough here. This is, or at least this section won't get edited down because I'm talking through all of it. So it really wouldn't be able to. I should have just put way too much on to begin with. So I don't get why I was so conservative with the amount I put. Okay, there we go. That should finish this. There we go. Finally, 20 years later. Okay, now I'm just gonna peel this back very carefully. Oh, that almost ended badly. Okay. Okay. Now this looks good, so I am gonna put it off to the side for it to dry, and I will get a flower stamp. Okay, so I actually decided to use this Cascading Flowers stamp from Technique Tuesday. Technique Tuesday has since ceased operations, so you might still be able to get it on their website because I know they're still selling what they had left in their warehouse, but I'm not sure. So I am going to grab my Misty, or my mini one actually. My mini Misty is significantly better for filming, to be honest. My Sweet Petunia sent this to me. I've probably said it in multiple lives, but I don't know if I've ever said it in a real video. So a special thank you to them for sending it to me. It was very kind of them, because I had my larger Misty for a decent amount of time now. And yeah. Okay. So it's in there. I'll put the magnet. Pro tip: put tape around your magnet so you don't have to like struggle picking it up. And I'm just gonna use some Distress ink from Ranger Tim Holtz. I know what part I'll speed up. I'll speed up the coloring portion because I don't really need to sit here for like 20 minutes and talk to you about coloring. Ooh. It's like a black dot there, like a piece of the ink pad broke off. Okay. See, when anything goes awry, here's what you do. You flip over your paper and pretend it never happened. That's what you do. I have like multiple pieces of fuzz in there. Oh well. This is a really nice flower set. I really like this stamp set. I wish... Ooh, okay. I didn't know if I had ink on my finger. Okay, that looks much better. I'm just going to do one more impression so it's a little darker. Okay, that's good. So now I will take this out and grab my Brutus Monroe Squeaky Clean Stamp Cleaner. One little spray. And then if I can, here it is, take my little cloth and just wipe it down. Where did the magnet go? Of course the magnet gets stuck on the bottom. See, y'all are just getting what I actually think what goes through my head when I make a card. Because like, yeah, sometimes if not a lot of people watch my lives typically. So, and I know not everyone can, and I totally understand. So don't worry about that at all. So this is basically a live card making. So here is the finished stamped image. Okay, so for coloring, for my Copics, I'm going to be using B05, B02, and B00. And then for green, I'm going to be using G24. I typically only do like one green. Coloring all the leaves doesn't do too much for me. So I'll show you what I'll typically do, and then I'll put you in fast forward. So what I typically do is I go in with so we'll start on this petal right here. So I'll go in with my darkest color. It's not, there's no method really to my madness. I'm acting like I'm a pro at this. I'm really, really not. And then just blend a little, bring that color down, and then I'll go in with the lightest color. And then what I found is good typically is going back and doing everything again, or then going to the second darkest color. Then I'll also blend in the lightest again, really just on the tip. And then I'll do the darkest color again. I feel that gets me the best shade range, and sometimes I'll even go in and do it a third time. Okay, yeah, I think that looks good. So into fast forward y'all go. So of course my phone decided to be, full with storage. So now we're gonna go back to coloring. I did the whole flower, so a little bit of that was missed, but I will go in now with my G24. I really hope I deleted enough stuff to finish off recording this video. This little stem here is like so scary to color because of how thin it is. Like I have to be so careful. I have to like barely put my marker on the paper. And like, I feel like it's inevitable that it's gonna bleed. But like, if it's just barely, it'll be okay. And if it does bleed, I can always go in with the colorless blender, because if you don't know, the colorless blender is actually not really for blending. I believe there is a way that I've never done to blend with it, but yeah, so it's possible. I'm gonna put you guys back into the accelerated time lapse, that's what it's called. So bye. Okay, and there is the finished flower. Now I'm just gonna go die cut it out. Okay, so I die cut out the panel, and I also die cut out an oval out of vellum. This is from Waffle Flower's Coordinating Stitched Oval die set. I guess that's what you would call it technically. So yeah, in the past have been using liquid glue on vellum, and it kind of ruined a few of my cards. I'm gonna be honest, because it made the vellum bend and stuff, which doesn't look great. So I'm gonna use some score tape, I guess it's technically called. It's from scrapbook.com, so it's not like actual score tape. So just double-sided craft tape, I guess. So I'm just gonna take a couple pieces here and put them on to here. Oh, that's a little too long, that piece. Let me just trim that down. Okay. I pretty much only use liquid adhesive, so this is a little different for me. And I'm just gonna put down probably way too much tape, just to make sure it stays stuck to the vellum. Ooh, okay. Okay, we'll put like one piece right here, maybe. See, this is what you guys don't see when I'm just card making by myself. I'll put like one little piece down there just so nothing goes awry. Okay, so now I'm gonna peel this off and then place it on to the, I'm just gonna also make sure it's stuck on here real good. Place it onto the vellum. I think I actually got this tape for free when it was like a free gift or something, because I have like a larger one, but I got this one recently. I think this is the first time I'm actually using it. It can also go away now. Actually, no, I do need it still. So I'm gonna just place this. Is this the, yes, this is the side I want. That looks to be about good. Okay, and now we have our dried panel. Look at the shine on that, because it's not in direct light really. Okay, there it is. Yeah, you can see this is a nice purple. See, on camera, I don't think the camera does the solar paste justice, to be honest. And I think I said before I was gonna do orange. I ended up going with blue for the flower, just because, you know, some of the songs on here are a little sad. I shouldn't be laughing about that, but yeah, some of the songs on here are a little sad, so I thought the blue was more fitting and fit the album better. So now I'm gonna try to get as much coverage on here, just because I can't go too far to the on the edge. I'm not gonna place any tape where there isn't flower, just because then you would be able to see the tape, and I don't really want that. So I'm gonna, like, I don't care if it's on one of the holes, but otherwise. And since this is like an elevated surface and there's less room for it to grip, I'm gonna do more tape than you probably would need to if you were just going onto a regular card base. But then again, I don't use tape regularly, so I don't know how much you would typically use. Okay, I'll call that good. Okay, now I just need to place this. The only scary thing is that I really only have one shot at this, so okay, maybe I have more than one shot, because that, I think that'll be good. Okay. And yep, that seems to all be stuck down good. Now I just have my card base. Oh, I could pop this up on like foam tape. Should I do that? I think I'm gonna do that. Let me grab my foam tape. Okay. I love how I always get stuff on the back of these cards. It's kind of funny. I have a very large piece just so it's long enough to actually, you know, support the card. So of course my video decided to stop recording again because my phone died again. It died twice during this. A clip got cut out, so I don't know if you guys know it died. Anyways, here's the finished card. I ended up adding some white enamel dots, and yeah, that's about it. Well, that was a rough one to get through. Thank you all so much for sticking through it with me, with my multiple technical difficulties, all three of them. Ugh, technology. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, everyone, and happy crafting.